Easy Tigers, so was fine and dandy. Welcome back. The series of the manor. Today we've got a nice little episode where I flick through some images that I've been collating over the last 3 months, should we say? It's just series in the manor. Big up hippie girl, maximum respect. Denise, big up girl, maximum respect. K9 lover, big up mate. All gravy. So yeah, just gonna let it build up and then crack on. Big up Jason, mate. Dave, big up man. But I'm K9 trained instead. Funny how things turn out. Yes, VJ, big up brother. How you doing, mate? Colin, big up, mate. Haha, Paul and his teammates. Yes, we're all team. We're all one big team. Yes, Squirrel, big up, brother. Maximum respect. Just let it build up and then we'll crack on. But yeah, just going to go through images. Probably got about 50 images, nothing major. Just flick through them, zoom in, zoom out, and a couple of little videos. I went in somewhere actually that was, how should I say it? I don't think I was meant to be in there, and I bottled it. And there's, we'll get to that later on. I'll show you. Easy spookies, easy mate. Brian, big up brother, mate. I hope you're gravy. Yes, Colin, big up. Badger Girl, big up from Florida. Dirty Money. It's quite a funny name, actually, Dirty Money. Yeah, big up, Tiger. Brian, hi again, mate. Squirrel Master. Fitzy Kaza, hey Paul, big up, girl. Well, I don't even know if you're a girl or a boy. Sorry, mate. Big up, mate. Nice seeing you again, sir. Big up. Easy Veritas. Pardon me, sorry. Big up, girl. Yes, Brian, one love, mate. Yeah. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Nikki Rax, keep it going. Nice one. That's a funny name as well. Yeah, I'm a girl. There you go. Big up, girl. Maximum respect. Fitzy Kaza. So yeah, I didn't know. Sorry about that. Let me just have a little wet of the mouth, and then I'll crack on. Lots of crazy stuff going on. Thanks for the investigation. Yeah, I know. Crazy stuff. No live chat or comments again. That's weird, isn't it? Spanish chicken. It's a bit. Wicker man, big up. Right. So excuse me if I miss anyone, because I'm literally going to go to the images now, and I will not be able to see what's going on or what people are saying. So we'll crack on now. We will crack on. So I know no one's new to this channel, but obviously we're going around examining this stone here underneath the blockwork. This is the reason why I'm showing you this, because this was an abandoned part of the Starfall or Star City, and on this limestone there was this terrazzo which was incredible. Look at that. I found this in a few places now. I think this is the third place, or maybe the fourth place, where I found this. Isn't on the wall, it's on the broken wall on the floor, and it's hidden away, like you can't actually access this part, so it's just been left there. But look, when I put some water on it, it sort of like comes to life a little bit, so you can see that there. Very interesting stuff. There we go. So that's again more decoration that we just assume. Well, again, like I was saying in the last video, our brain fills in the gaps. So you assume that the structures that we look at just look like stone, when really they are decorated. Channel marks. This is a bit of the old render on there. Don't know what that was about. Don't know what's going on here either. Oh yeah, I know what's going on. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to this place. This was like some sort of water feature here. But I'll show you where this is. Don't worry about that for now. Now look at this. This is an interesting part of the complex. I'm standing in between the two complexes now. This one we're looking at here is actually the complex underneath Floriana. And the one that's behind me is the one that is underneath Valletta. So this is just one massive cavity in between them. They call it the ditch. But up here you can see, look at how it's been cast in lines and in sections. Look at that. Unbelievable stuff, isn't it? And then down here you've got nothing. It's like, but here it's just crystal clear lines. Here it's like bigger blocks. It's mental. Some sort of service will come down here. I like looking at these because there's so much going on in the images. It reminds me of them old school Where's Wally images, you know, when there's just so much going on, you could spend hours looking at them. Again, you've got another service that's coming down here. I mean, and I just want to point out, this is an actual fact. If these were cut out for World War II, how the flipping hell would anyone get to these, by the way? You know, how are you going to get to these in World War II? Like, who cut these out for World War II? No one. They're already here. This is the thing. This is the big con here. The stuff's already there. A few were dug out in World War II, but that phrase that they were dug out in World War II has been tarnished with every single one of these. And that's it, you know. And you just program people at school, people that live here, you know. So when they like walk around this sort of stuff, they've been conditioned at a very young age to believe that these are air raid shelters, which they were used as air raid shelters, some of them, but these ones not accessible at all. Look where they are. Look how high they are. Look at that. It's like 4th, 5th story up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories. 6, 7, 8 stories. This is crazy, isn't it? Absolutely bonkers. And there's almost parts. This is quite close to the finished wall as well. So this would have been rendered, but it's all been taken off. But look at the line. Look at this. Look at this. This is natural, is it? Again, look at that. Interesting. It's incredible. Absolutely bonkers. What's people saying about that? I wonder what people are saying about that. Who else is here as well while we're here? Just want to say hello to people in case I missed anyone. So I'm just going to go back to where I think I was, which was up here. Mark, big up, brother. Sorry I missed you. You must have jumped in as soon as I'd gotten the images. Big up, bro. Spanish Chicken says one watching. Weird. That's weird, isn't it? That's very strange. But there's 79, it says up here. 79. I don't suppose you want to give us a like, guys, do you? Dirty money. Amazing how we just build on top of the old town. This is so, mate. This is humongous. These are humongous, mate. I mean, look here. I'm showing you here. There's 8 stories to this already. 8 stories down to the ground level. The ground level down there is pretty much sea level. We're not far from sea level from that ground level. Let me just get back to that image. Yeah, down here where the mouse is, that's probably about 5 meters above sea level, I'd guess. I guess around about that. So Valletta is quite high up. This is Floriana. Valletta's behind me. So you can see these are humongous structures. Humongous. But look at this one. This is for a service. I believe this could have been for, look, because whatever it was, come in. Strange. Anyway, so that's it. So I'm in the same spot and I'm just going to turn around, right? So I'm here. Boom, boom. And see what I'm saying about the sea level? About 5 meters. It's about 5 meters maximum. This is quite good because you can really see like close to the finished wall pre-render, which is really interesting. And it's good when you go up these stairs, because when you're going up these stairs, you can actually look through this. You're really close and you can see everything. But again, it's just another place that I'd like to go and examine in this side, but I haven't had the chance to yet. It's I don't trust it at the minute. but it's very interesting stuff. Look at it. Again, you got blocked up. Well, they filled in the chase marks for the services. I mean, look how high I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories up to here. And this is the Valletta now up here. So you can see where it's been chopped down. Here, boom, 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 and then built on with blockworks. It's the same on that corner. This is just same. This structure here on the I'm touching now. This is the same part, just on another side of it. It's humongous. And again, these are these are not squidge marks. These are overlapping, flapping marks. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at some terminology in geopolymer. I'm going to have to, because I can't keep using these words. But yeah, look, this is like over flapping, lapping and flapping. But it's just a good little image. I like the image. And I mean, if you look, this is not done at World War II, was it? This here is as weathered as it is here. And this is almost different colour stone. And again, no marine biology, nothing's compressed here. Or you'd see straight flat lines, wouldn't you? But this is like blob after blob inside something. Again, this is underground. Actually, this is underground on an island. You can see where they cast these in sections on top of each other. Incredible, isn't it? I don't know why these are in there. I think this is an old generator room, maybe. For World War II. I can just imagine generators being off the ground, sitting on these. Now, anyway, going back to the cast, that's what I didn't even mean to put these pictures in here. These are just for me, like, it's just my own little. But again, look at the joint marks here. You can see the sections. You can see where this stuff has been cast. These in here is cast in geometric shapes. Squares, triangles. It's incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. This is a tourist attraction. This is actually in the outskirts of another star fault or star city, Mdina. Again, it's scraps. I believe this is all real stuff, like real history, but I believe it's been taken out of the complex and then brought to this site here and just left here, because you actually just go and stand on a little balcony thing. Where's it gone? You pay €5 and you go and stand on a balcony and look at it all. But if you come and stand around here, you're much closer to it and you don't have to pay, which is brilliant. But look, you've got the old columns. Pardon me. I don't know what this was for. Grinding up something, maybe? I don't know. But this was interesting because you had like, it reminds me of, I know it's not a TV, but it reminds me of the old school TVs. But obviously you've got 3 pockets for storage and you've got another one. You've got like this little lip here. So I guess like a wooden frame would have gone there, you know? But yeah, this is a very interesting area. CCTV. Yeah, these are all just scraps out of the complex. We're very close to a complex. Obviously, star faults, these star faults in Malta are built on the complexes. And this is just outside of a star city. But look at it all. So just come here, not dump it, but just put it here and just, you know, charge people €5. Ancient stuff. Look at this. Look at the columns. Look at it. Anyway, back to Valletta. Something's going on up here. I don't know what it is. Look at that. I think this is a very old part of it. I don't know why this is here like this. Unless this is part of the pre-render on the wall still. But again, service comes in here. This is this line here where this cable's sitting in. This is where the service would go. And again, you've got electrics are coming into this one as well. They're coming from up here. Obviously, it's modern electrics, but whoever's living in here or using this now is using the electrics in there. But if you look close up here, there's a hole. And this is the geopolymer, by the way. This is all stone. So basically, there's a hole here. And just down here, you can faintly see it's been filled in with blocks. This is so the service could come out from inside this structure, come along here, down there, and then into this chase mark. And it'll come along, feed these apartments. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. coming from here. This here. And this, I guess, it would have been for water, just judging by the way it comes down at the angle. I guess, but I could be wrong. But again, you know, like this is all been cast, but that's why you've got these holes here and these like little miniature tunnels, because it's all been cast over it, so they can lay the cables and the pipes in it. Interesting, isn't it? And then obviously they build on top with the block work. You can see where it's been chopped down, boom, 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 and then just built on top with a modern. This is modern. This ain't. Here we go. Another angle. You know, when I said I was sitting inside, you climb up the stairs. When you climb up the stairs and you can turn around and look at it, you can look at it much more closer. Again, like I just showed you, a service rundown here. Like I just showed you in the other one when it connected into that, like that, boom. But you can see the height of this place, and you can see the levels and the scale of it. It's humongous. So when I was taking the pictures before, I was standing about here, just here. And people have said to me numerous times, it looks like water used to go in here. But you can clearly see that if water did go in here, it wouldn't last here long at all. Well, this is a 45-degree angle, and the water will go straight into the sea. And the water that didn't go into the sea would just end up inside underground water vaults where they store water, because there's so many like entrances and tunnels around here that water wouldn't last 1 second. It would just, the water level just drop from like that. Look, the sea's there. But here, this is a good image, because like I said, I'm standing inside them stairs now that went up, and I'm looking over. And it's good to walk up there because you can see up close at the higher points, and you can see here, this is it. This is where it got damaged, and they built on top. That's what it is. Damaged and then built on top. And these, look at that. It's incredible, isn't it? It really is incredible. Here, I believe, is for a platform. There would have been a wooden platform down here. You can see these entrances. These are quite big, but because we're quite so high up, it looks tiny. But it doesn't look like natural stone, does it? And you can clearly see like how it's been cast as well. It doesn't look natural at all. Again, I'm in that humongous set of stairs, and I'm facing the other wall. I'm actually facing this wall now. Oh, sorry, the opposite wall. The opposite to me. But here, you can see where they've chopped it down. Boom, boom, boom. And then built on top. I mean, look at this. Look at the swirls. It's incredible, isn't it? Got some sort of pipe here. Again, service, it's been filled in. Like, this was someone's job. Someone's job was to come in here. They must have done it with some. They must have built like a some sort of tower or platform or scaffolding to get up here and put all this in, because it's humongous. Look how high it is. This is one structure. This is flipping. Look at the size of this flipping thing. Look at it. Unbelievable, isn't it? Look, you've got these swirls that go over millions of years of compressed marine biology. I mean, look at it. Look at that. And this is down at the bottom. It's incredible. Again, like, what would this be? This might have just been for like a canopy to protect them from the sun, that bit. Because you do actually see this on a lot of apartments. You see this on the outside. It's like it's protecting them from the sun. But this bit here is where I believe like a wooden platform would have gone. Maybe some stairs, and you could have gone up to this bit. But what a lovely bit of stone. And again, I was taking the photos from up here, but you get to see how big it is. Look, access to the lift. I'd rather take the stairs. Look, that's good. Look. And just to give you an idea, this is quite high. You can't jump over that. It's quite high. But look at that. It looks like cast. I don't know if that's concrete or not, but that looks cast. Again, I asked the guys down here. I said to the guys who work here, I said, mate, what's going on here? He said, it's an old museum. But again, all the apartments that I showed you in the last couple of videos are all up here. Clearly, the services running down the wall. Boom, boom. Filled in again, blocked up. Those are rubbish in there as well. And this just looks flipping old world, doesn't it? Really old world. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see who's in the manor. Squirrel, yes, where was I up to? Kimray, big up. This is where I got up to. Sorry, guys. Spliff patrolling, yes, obviously. Amiga Rika, big up, mate. Big up. Good to see you. Mark, yes. Darth Tata, big up, mate. Oh, what's happened? So I'm just trying to catch up. That's the usual suspects. Dave, big up. Salaway, yes. Holes for oak beams. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, but definitely for some sort of wooden beaming. Nick, big up, mate. John Collier, yes, brother. The knife man, big up, man. Melissa Slat. Yo, Nick. Big up from Suffolk. Nick Knife man. Huh? Brian Reed, big up, brother. So I'm just trying to catch up on the names. That's it. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone. Crazy J, big up, mate. Big up. Right, let's get back to the ting. Show Paul some love, yeah, big up. Many layers of smelly turd and hidden history. Yeah, you know, mate. You know. Hope you're good, mate. Hippie shake, yeah, big up, John. Make stupid people famous. The crown is given and controlled by... Yeah, you know, mate. Again, this is like just by accident a close up of the stone. And look at it. Look at it. Just a pure, lovely bit of stone, that is. Unbelievable. Again, I'm just showing you the stone. This is like flapping over here. This is overlapping. This is a close up. This is actually coming down at a 45-degree angle, but you can barely see it because of the way I took the photo. There we go. Oh, look at that. Humongous. Look at the size of this. This is what I thought was a petrified tree. Still a possibility. Looks like the massive root of a petrified tree, doesn't it? Anyway, back down there. So, right. So, this here, right. See where the mouse is now? Here. Boom. It's here. I'm just trying to do this so you've got an idea of what this complex looks like. Ideally, I wish there was some sort of software where I could just like map this out for you guys. But I can only put it in my head and then describe it to you because it's so massive. But here, up here, this bridge, under this bridge, and all this bit up here, that level up there is where the apartment starts. So this is why I'm saying these are complexes, because you can clearly see this is habitual. You know, people lived in this. This was humongous. This is actually bigger than what is being built on top, by the way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is like 8 stories from sea level up to, or 9 stories, 10 stories to the top of it. And then on top of that, you've got a city built on top, which only goes up 2-3 stories. So ironically, the city that's been built on top is like twice as small as what's been built on top of. But anyway, going back to this. Up here, so you can see all this here, right? This is all that down here, and then we're just going to flick through to up here, which is here. Now we're here. So you can see all this now, right? You can see down here, you've got services running down here. The service went down here. The service went down here. These are not cracks, by the way, for where you think it's the iron. It does look like that, but when you get up close to this, you can clearly see it's where pipe work went. So pipes would join into this and then come down here and run away. Same here. This one's behind the wall, and this one was behind the plates. You can still see the plates in situ. But even when you go up here, so the water was coming down, boom, water comes down, fills up the pool in here, and then continues. So this is flowing, running water. All along here are the entrances as well, which I call apartments, which are clearly apartments because this is a complex. This is all connected. All of this stone, all of this is together. Look at it. It's all buried. Look, again, this is a better shot. So now I'm going to take that shot here. So you can see that these apartments, and they all line on the other side as well. And again, you know that this chase mark was for water because of the fall. Last time I lived here, I measured it, and I think it was like 20 mil in every meter. I think it fell like that. But again, you can just see the apartments here. Again, we turn around, we look the other way. So basically, down here is where we're looking. I'm standing in the same spot, basically, just turning around, taking images. Down here is where we're looking at. So this is all this is down here. All of this, right? It's down here. The images I was taking was from inside these stairs. I was taking close up of this, just so you got an idea of what's going on. Here you can see clearly where it's been chopped down. And you know that going up the building, that was the original design. That's what it would have looked like. We don't know what the tips of these things would have looked like because there's nothing like that. But copying from underneath, going upwards, it looked like this. You can see cables running around the wall down here. There's a lot of stuff going on down here. A lot of stuff. Again, you've got the chase marks. Even along here, like this is incredible. All the way down here, going up there as well. And these are behind the stone. There's a lot of stuff in this area. This is like probably the best area in Malta for me. Now, this was interesting. People say about giants in Malta. Yeah, I believe a high possibility. But one thing that's very peculiar about it is they ain't massive, massive giants. You know, I'd probably say 8 foot max because these are stairs for us, normal people. Obviously, you've got the chase mark down there that's been filled in for a service. But then you've got double the size on the here. So I'd say these were for like, if anything, I don't even know. Maybe they were for horses. I don't know. It could be for horses. I don't know. I honestly do not know. But what I'm saying is, here is on the other side of this, right? So that's where we are up here. Boom. So I'm showing you that because it's all in the same area, just from different angles. Now we're going to be standing up there looking down, and I'm going to show you where they've chopped it down here. And that's it. And then they're built on top with the blocks. And even down here, I know I've said this a million times, this image. Even these were made out of the same stone. Look, you can see where this stone has been chopped down and then built on with the blocks. But all of this structure here is made out of the geopolymer, made out of the same stuff as this. You've got the part of a water system going down here, but down here you can see over here, this is the geopolymer. And when you look at these buildings from the other side, from the road, they look like normal houses. This is just an image I took, but it's not a very good image because the resolution is crap. But it's because I took it on a setting where I zoomed in. I used to play tennis in here. I fit a bathroom in one of these places up here, but the bathroom went downstairs. When you go in these houses, like this house here is the whole house. This bit here is downstairs. You get me? So when you go in, you go downstairs. The bathroom's in here, and the bathroom's inside the stone. Again, just because I need to make this clear. This is very important to understand this, by the way. Just because you see the stone has been broken down here and then built on top, doesn't mean that, again, because your brain fills in the gap, it doesn't mean that behind, what I'm trying to say is behind this block work goes back to this stone, right? It's not all block work behind all of this. It's just that where it's been damaged, probably like a meter going into it, they've just built on top with blocks. These are some images from when I was with the Pierre, the main man. Lovely guy. Lovely guy, mate. Again, just incredible to see this. And ironically, I drove past this the other day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what's the chances? But again, we see these symbolisms on the old world, stuff. And I like it's just incredible to me to see this sort of history. I mean, it's not what the channel's about, but it is good to see this stuff. It's really interesting stuff. Look at that. Unbelievable. Joseph. Iron. Nice bit of iron for people that said it's not iron. Look at that. Unbelievable. So again, I just want to show you. So I've just showed you one tip of the apartments of the Starfault. Now this is the same structure, just the opposite end. Okay, same structure, opposite end. They chopped it down to this level, I believe, tactically because they've got to keep the ceilings to the roofs, or sorry, the ceilings of these structures, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Because I drive past in the car, like, let me just pause it a sec, so you can see here. You can absolutely see the block work. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Absolute block work, right? And this is where the services sat. The services would sit along here, and then they'd just render over it. But this has been chopped down tactically here because behind here is rooms. There's all sorts of stuff. So if there's to chop it down any lower, you'd be left with massive cavities. That's what I'm saying. So you can see the doors here, right? So you have to keep these here because when you go into the stone, even here, like look how old that is. When you go into the stone, they had to keep the ceiling. So that's why it's been chopped down there. That's the lowest they could chop it down. And again, I want to stress out, we're probably about 130 feet above sea level here, by the way, just guessing. Now I'm going to have a look. 130 feet above sea level. Let me have a look. Google Earth. How do I do that? Have I got Google Earth? Oh no. Open in browser. I just want to see the height of this place. I can't play the video. So I'm just driving past, and I thought this was the best way to get all the apartments on. So I'm just driving down the opposite side of the Star City that I showed you. So we're probably about 1 kilometre away. So imagine that it's 8 to 10 stories high, right? And it's 1 kilometre long by half a kilometre wide. Do the mathematics. And then they're built on top of it. Look, here you see it all. You see, look, really, was these done in World War II? Look at this. These look so old and battered. It's unbelievable. Here you can see a service was running along here, but it's just been filled in. Yeah, let's go. I'm just going to play it. You can just see all the apartments, all the entrances, all in one hit. There's loads. That's messing my eyes up a bit. Is it me or is that going weird? But yeah, there you go, guys. That's that. Let me just get white Google Earth. Retry. Failed. Computer says no. Okay, don't worry about it, man. Right, see what's going on here. Oh, what's happened? Present David, Guy Tefler, big up, Kevin, big up. I'll bash that like. Cheers, mate. I've seen some artist drawings indicating how deep it goes underwater. Looks like 1 to 15 stories deep. Wow, that's interesting. That is very interesting, Denise. Can you speak Polish? Nah. What can I know in Polish? Is it Wofat? No, that's Italian. I can't remember no Polish, mate. Ocean level and sea level are the same. I'd guess so. I'd say ocean and sea are the same thing, aren't they? Denise, 1915. Hi, Paul and everyone. Big up, Jen. Have to rewatch it, so I'm just coming in now. Yeah, big up. Big up, Tiger. One lover. Spotted the Draco. Yes, brother. Yes. Yes. Let's see what else is up here. Savage level. Big up, mate. Cherry. They tried to say mirrors. Yeah, interesting. Now, basically, I went into somewhere earlier, and when I went in there, I bottled it and got out straight away. I thought, now I've got to get out of here. I knew. Have I talked with a Tartarian meltdown guy? No. Why's that? Why's that, mate? I'm a lone ranger, mate. I stay in my own lane. I don't do nothing. But go on. Why? Who is this dude? Have you talked with the Tartarian Meltdown guy? Nah. Big up, big up. One love, okay. Looking up. Yeah, let's get back to it. Where was we? There was the. So I was here. So I'm just going to present this. Sorry, guys. And get back to it. So let me just make sure this is sharing. Yes, she is. Right, so this is the iron. Where is the iron? Boom, 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 boom. This was where we was up to. We was driving through there. Aha! This is interesting. So this is one of the I don't know what you'd call it. Again, this is very unprofessional of me. I need to look at the terminology now. See, these guys were pouring the concrete. They're digging up the road and pouring the concrete. And what they were doing is they were dropping this in and then pouring the cement around it, not in it, around it. And then they're pulling it out and they're left with the square or the cube, the cavity cube. So again, just like when they're making the stone, geopolymers again, I believe they'd have just poured the matrix or the mix over iron framing or wooden framing to make rooms, hallways, corridors, cavities, places for pipes to run, you know, all that sort of stuff. Just a bit of hidden history. I was out taking some not really good photos. To me, I love taking these photos. They're not actually good, but just gives you an idea of how buried this stuff really is, you know. I mean, this is still open, but no sulfur coming out of it today, which was very strange. Very, very strange. Again, same area. I'm just looking down the ditch. I'm standing here, looking down here. This corner here is this corner here, all right? I'm up high looking down. Is that a snake? No. Just looking down. Again, another angle. Same angle, but not zoomed in. So I was literally just going around this today or this morning, just walking around. I've actually made 4 videos that I'm going to be uploading over the next week. Obviously I had a day off today, so I had to make the most of it and scoop up as much stuff as possible. So you've got some nugs coming, believe me. This is from a park. So the park that I was in, I mean, you just know this is extremely old world stuff. I mean, look at it. But it's just left in a park. The park's accessible, but hardly, you won't ever see anyone in the park. And it's just full of stuff like this. You know, they've knocked up this park out of scraps basically and old stuff. And when you look at it, I was in the park because there's a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, when you find nug, walk around it and you'll find more nugs. I mean, look at this. Look in the background. But look at this. Look at what is going on with this. This don't even look like this. You'd say it looked like a lion, but I don't know what this one looks like. This looks like some sort of flipping. Don't know what it looks like at all. Look at it. It's definitely not a lion, is it? This looks more like a lion. I don't know what this is. Let's have a look, see what people say. Thanks, Paul. Love these videos, man. Keep up the awesome work. Cheers, mate. Love the lions. Same as tiger. Oh, no, but what's this one, though? This one don't look like a lion. The griffin? Yeah, it could be, actually. Lion face. It's weird. This one here, the middle one looks like a lion, right? The one on the outside doesn't. And the one on the right-hand side, it's actually, like, been made in 2 parts. Like, the face has been cut off it. Imagine the C9 tidal wave ripping through the Mediterranean Sea, ripping the top off the GP. That's why they started building on top of what was left. Just an idea. Yeah, good idea. Peculiar. Life. Looks like the lion I just saw on the stone Destiny chair. Yeah, it's mad though, isn't it? It really is mad. Yeah, let's get back to it. I mean, look at the bottom of it. This is all one piece, by the way. This is all one piece. Like, what's happened to it? Now this was interesting. I don't think this is old, but well, it could be about 150 years old maybe. But it was like a bull. This is why it was interesting. It was like a cow or a bull with a sun on its head, holding the flag. But it just reminded me of like the Selassie flag, you know, not the flag. No, there's a flag of Selassie, not Selassie. I can't remember now. Just reminded me of a Rastafarian flag. Pristina, virtue, triumph, exuvia. I don't know. Then I don't know what none of this means. Just an interesting little image. No, that's definitely been carved into that, by the way. Definitely. Again, another nug. This had 4 toes, by the way. 4 toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it was like, I guess it was like a woman standing next to a pillar. And again, it's just, this park just had loads of little nugs in it. Look, this is definitely some old world stuff. 100%. Again, why is the head missing? Why is it in a park on its own? This is the reason why I come here, because of all these little ripple marks everywhere, like a fouled textile. I mean, people, you can't say it's blade marks because look at the size of the blade wheel here in comparison to this. And this isn't even a straight line. This goes like a bit ripply as well. And also, they protrude out like that. So it's very peculiar. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Definitely not done by a blade. Something's happened here. Something's made this all ripple like this. And then this bit's fallen off. Very peculiar stuff. Again, this is the statue, but a much better version of a clearer image. The stone, I guess it's limestone, but it's a different version of limestone to what the Starfall's made out of. This is the same sort of limestone that you see in St. Paul's Catacomb. That sort of limestone. I don't know what it is. Again, very unprofessional of me. I should know the names of this. I think the limestone behind me is called Groblina, I think. The proper yellowy stuff. And this stone, I don't know what this is. This stone was absolutely glistening. I just couldn't work out what it was. Look, it had these little crystal bits in it. I just don't know what it was. Let's see if I've got another image of it. No, I haven't. I just took it up close. Like, I don't know what this stone was. If anyone knows. Like, it more like a gem. It was just blinging. It was absolutely blinging. And it just looked like it had loads of little gems in it. Again, hidden history. Nugs, hiding nugs. This is flipping old. This is old. This shell looking thing, got the pipe running up there. This was old school stuff. When you've got the pipe coming down here, you can see, look, the squidge marks where they've pressed it in. Look at it. Unbelievable. Pipe running down here. So this is a well. This well is not active no more, clearly. But it was used at one point. This is me putting my torch down there. And you can see there's just a massive cavity down there. Interesting stuff, though. Really interesting stuff. And this is the pipe behind it. Oh, look at it. It's got some sort of paint on it still. Really old world stuff. This is the Groblina limestone. The yellowy stuff, I think. And what was interesting about it was the head. But it was very peculiar. But the bottom half of the head's been taken off. The nose and the eyes look weird. And the hair again. Very peculiar stuff. Amazing, eh? Service comes down, boom, boom, and here, boom, boom. Look at it all. Unbelievable. This was interesting. You can see a squidge mark. You can see where this has been cast on top, but this obviously congealed to each other. Something come down here. I guess it must have been for water or maybe lighting. I guess it's for water because down here it looked like it was part of a cistern, you know, and it just been opened up a little bit. I just don't understand it. It's just weird. But you can clearly see you've got the holes here where the wooden frame was fixed to. This must have been like a latch part, but it must have been for a pipe or a cable. I don't know. Again, the corner of it, they've kept it. Again, another one of these parts that comes down, similar to exactly the same as this, exactly the same, just in a different area. Different, probably about 15 foot down the road to the right of me. Again, even here, you can see here, right here, this is where a clip for whatever was in there was being held in. And it's identical because on the other one, it's in the same spot. Boom. And this one is here on the other one. Like, these are identical here. And this one doesn't seem to have the latch bit, but take note, quite a bit of the stone has come away. So we don't know. Here you can see the stone going back at a 45-degree angle, and you can almost see that there's remnants of iron was there. I know for a fact it would have been like that. So this is the face of the block. This has come away, this part here, and it's going back at a 45-degree angle. And you know that this would have been a bit of iron, 100%. The old bill, the old police, again, the chopped. I'm taking these photos because I'm showing you what I'd love to do is build some sort of representation of this out of Play-Doh or something like that, just showing you the actual geopolymer part, not this stuff on top. I don't give a monkeys about all this stuff, all this block work. I don't care about none of that. It's what's underneath it. I'd like to map that out 3D so I can just sit there and go, look, yeah, this is what it looks like, instead of spending like months walking around it showing you tiny bits at the top, massive bits, but they're tiny in comparison. It's funny how they've kept this little entrance here, for the old bill. Look at this running straight down. Boom. Interesting. Now I've got some good shots here because I'm quite high up, but you can clearly see this is cast, and it's just like one massive block, isn't it? Really, one humongous block. You've got a couple of air shafts here. Just look at it. I walked. Oh god. No. But look, absolutely flush as you like. Look at it. It's incredible, isn't it? And again, just an incredible shot. So this is the road coming round in between. Look at, what is this? What is this anyway? You know. But this is just amazing. Look at the size of it. And just getting some angles, you know, just having a right old good old look. And again, it just don't seem like it's been cut, does it? It's been cast in sections inside the mold. I actually need to examine all of this area up here, all of this. I walked through here earlier and bumped into something I shouldn't have seen. Shouldn't have seen it. It's disgusting. Anyway, look, here we go. So when I was showing you these, let's get back to this. Sorry, guys. When I was showing you these, and this one here, this and this, right? They all come. These lines, these chase marks, all come from this. All come from here. So you can see how they drop down. You can't see none here because it's all covered up by trees. And this little platform thing's been put in on purpose just to cover up. But you can see there's a chase mark. Again, there's a few slabs left in place. And that would be protecting the service running through the wall. Again, absolute joint marks. Part of the complex. This is just a nice little area, to be honest with you. Little sink outside. This was interesting. This is very, very interesting. This is going to knock your socks off. So they're doing some excavation works. I've seen this over a period of time now. So they're actually covering up these columns. These columns are cast limestone columns with rebarring. So they've put these in on top of this here. So this must be part of the structure. At some point, this was a part of the structure. Over time, over the last month, I've seen them pour concrete down the side of this and up this to hide this. Now, I want to see what people's reactions are, because I bet people say they ain't columns. I just want to see. Let's have a look. Looks man-made to me. Mud flood. Yeah, maybe. As Paul has said, man-made. Yeah. Material. Crazy. Absolutely man-made. Yeah, it looks like man-made to me. Respect. So, yeah, the only reason I wanted to say that, because if there's anyone that... What's happened? Where's the image going? Let me just present this again. Sorry, guys, it just disappeared. Yes, coding programs. Big up. And Polyhista. Big up. Stone is Mika. What do you mean? Respect. I think you must be looking at something from the beginning of the video, I guess, Polly. Right here. Right, because I was expecting some people to say, no, these are not pillars. These are from when the digger was there cutting out, and that's the marks they left. Because I'm going to show you something now to show you that these columns are holding up this world directly on top of. And you know that behind all these columns and that are where the services run. So, without further ado, the next image. Rebar. Rebar in the columns. Yeah? Rebar. 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 So, what's going on in there? What's going on? Oh, that's the creme de la creme. So that's very interesting. Do you not think that you've got these limestone columns with rebar inside underneath these buildings holding up the world? And then obviously they've started to cover it up with concrete now. Very peculiar. Very peculiar. I mentioned this a couple of months back, and it seems like everything that I'm mentioning is getting blocked up, covered up, or that you're not allowed access to it anymore. It's mental. Look. What I don't get is, how is this so flush, right? When you've got bits poking out like this. I can understand like a big blade cutting this, right? But why have you still got big bits? Like, these are chunks. This is like 1 foot long, by the way, tall, poking out about half a foot. Like, it don't make sense to me. Like, why you got these big chunks there? Because the concept of a blade cutting this, like going straight down that, you shouldn't have anything. It'd be completely flat. But the nug here is the rebar. Okay, the rebar inside the columns. That's the nug. Now, let's see what people are saying. Yes, rebar. Linda, big up. Big up, girl. World War II rebar. Probably could be, mate. No wonder they're covering it up. The glittery stones you were talking about looks like Mika and feldspar. Yeah. That's why I didn't say. That's why I didn't say it was a petrified tree. I originally thought it was a petrified tree, and then I had the discussion on this channel, and we come to a conclusion that it's a high possibility it's some sort of Mika or something like that, right? Or feldspar, yeah. I ain't got none here with me. Yes, rebar. Brian, big up Brian, mate. Where is the deepest part of Malta? What is the very bottom at? I don't know, man. That's a very good question, actually. I'm going to have to add that one, and then I'm going to get the answer. I will ask the universe. Move along, kids. Nothing to see here. You know the script, mate. Coding programs. You are on their asses. Cheers, mate. A sea flows into the ocean, so a sea is above ocean level. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. What are you looking at here? What is the supposed theory? How long ago was that? 5 minutes ago. Sorry about the Mandela effect. Could it be calcite crystal vein? Could be. Very well could be. Anyway, let's get to this, the last bit. This is the last bit of the video. So basically, guys, I went into somewhere earlier. I was in a, what's the start this? Ah, John, big up, man. So I've just seen this, bro. Big up, mate. Maximum respect for the $5, mate. Maximum respect. Multimania, Andy C. Martin, yeah. Right, so I went into a place earlier and I got out because as soon as I was in there and I looked round and I see cables saying 11,000 volts on it, I thought, right, and I'm standing on a load of metal. And I thought, I've got to get out of this situation lively. So I won't be going in there again. But when I'll let me just show you. And like I say, they've kept the structure so they can run the services through and feed all of the city above. And now let me just show you what's going on. I'll take that. And by the way, it's completely rendered in here as well. Oh, in here, rendered. There's some old tools on the wall as well. Really old tools. But yeah. Right. I mean, I know this is going to go and run under the whole of Valletta. I know for a fact because you've got these live cables. These are going places, you know, and coming back. But when I was climbing over all this, and there's all metal in here, and I should see if I can see anything. Let me just show you. So I went to go. I'll just see all this. Oh, fucking hell. So it goes around the corner. I mean, I might do it with someone else, but 11,000 volts. I thought, fuck that. Oh, sorry. I thought, sod that. I'm getting out of here, mate. I don't want to get powered. I don't want to get electrocuted. 11,000 volt cables, 2 of them. So I was like, nah, see ya. But you know for a fact that them cables run under the whole of Valletta, feeding everywhere. Well, actually, let me just rephrase that. No, they run to substations, and then them substations feed locally. Oh, what's this? Big up, Gear. Big up, mate. Maximum respect. Appreciate that. Big up. The Flintstones for real, 100%, man. I don't think that time period was that long ago. I think they've lied to us. And obviously that ties in with the added 1,000 years as well. Like I believe they must have added the 1,000 years because some of this stuff seems like it's not as old as it should be. What's up, James? Big up, mate. Good live today, starting from the beginning. Thanks, bro. Maximum respect, man. Michael, big up. Sail away, the HV ring. What's that? HV. Sea levels are like time zones, all messed up. Yeah. Wow, Paul. Yes, take care. I understand. You are wondering why cables are inside rock when it's supposed to be natural rock. Huh? Oh, I understand. You are wondering why cables and still. Nah, definitely, mate. Definitely not. I am. When it's supposed to be natural. Nah, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying what you're saying. If you swap cables and steel for iron sheeting, then what you're saying is right. Because anyone can put steel and cables inside stone. It doesn't matter. But when you start seeing sheets of iron inside things, that's when it's a bit peculiar. 1 hour. Strange. Andy, big up, mate. Maximum respect. Appreciate you, brother. So do electricians maintain that stuff? They must do, man. They must do. But I reckon it's the Freemasons. The Freemasons, mate. You know it is. Higher voltage, right? There we go. Sorry, Saber Truth or Iron. I see. Yeah, I mean, going back to what you're saying, Dion. Anyone can chase a hole in a wall and put a cable in it, you know. But it's when you like see humongous sheets of iron running up 50 feet, you think, wow, what the flipping hell's going up here? PolyQ, safe explorations pool, more mega nuggets. Thank you so much. Cheers, mate. Archaic's got the chronology for the Mediterranean sewn up. Not sure if anyone has pushed contact with Joe. I'd love to speak to that guy. I would love to. I believe me and him, our information would go like that. It would gel. It's so much. But I can't contact the guy. I wouldn't know how to. I tried to once and nothing happened. So if anyone is in contact, have a go for us, please. That'd be amazing. Bet the pyramids were powered the letter back in the day. Yeah, probably. Part of these three-phase systems reduced. Part of these three-phase systems reduced to 11,000 volt. That's interesting. High voltage is wire in a ring or so a section can be isolated without taking the whole supply. Yeah, okay, excellent. Thanks. Big up, Johnny. I'm not sure they made straight electricity through. I had GDP made hydrogen fuel. Wow, interesting. Nice. Very interesting. Big up, Curly. Sorry if I've missed anyone. I waffle. Carmack, big up, mate. Great work, mate. Loving the drone shots are mental. Cheers, geese. Appreciate your work. Nice one, guys. There you go. I'm going to love you and leave you, mates. Tigers. Big ups for the donations, John, Gear, and Andy. Appreciate you. Maximum respect. I'll be doing another one tomorrow. I'm going to be going out collecting some nugs. Plus, I've got like 4 videos that are made. I've just got to edit them, really, and then they'll be done. So you've got some serious stuff coming, Tigers. Big stuff. And I've got... Yeah, it's all gravy. Listen, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for the donations. I'm going to go and get myself some food. Maximum respect. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Thanks to the patrons, by the way. Maximum respect to you guys. I feel like I don't give you as much like love at the minute because I liked when I put your names up at the start of the video. I might start doing that again now because it seems like the trolls have gone. So I might start doing that to pay a bit of homage, a bit of respect to you guys because massive, absolute, appreciate it. So if anyone else wants to join the gang, I will put the links in the description. Big up, Tigers. Big up, Hippie. Big up, everyone, for being there and moderating. I appreciate you all. Maximum respect. Ta-da.